This is episode 1 and you found the beginning of something cool. This is the 5-minute guide to saltwater aquariums. Our mission is getting new saltwater tank owners the information they need to set up and maintain a reef tank they can be proud of. If you're looking for a series on how to start a new saltwater aquarium with clear, direct paths to success in manageable, bite-sized 5-minute chunks, this is it. Hey, I'm Ryan, your host of BRStv. This is episode 1 of the 5-minute guide, and we answer the #1 question for new tank owners. Is it hard? You get asked this question 100 times and get 100 different answers ranging from easy to nearly impossible. I'm going to give it to you straight. You have selected one of the most difficult pets possible. Saltwater tanks and reef tanks with corals in particular are not goldfish bowls or hamsters. This is a section of an ocean reef. You're recreating your home, a symbiotic ecosphere of life. Most people will never even have a chance to see in their entire lifetimes, and you're going to do this in your living room. I believe the difficulty is actually what makes it one of the coolest, rarest, and most interesting and rewarding hobbies in my life. This just isn't the kind of thing the average person does. In fact, the difficulty is why it's so interesting and isn't just a pet, but a hobby. In this case, perfect hobby for someone who has an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, passion for applying that knowledge, and then achieving the type of results anyone could be proud of. All that combined with an artistic or creative flair, a bit of gear or tool junkie DNA, and truly unique group of pets that can live decades and absolutely part of the family in the same way that any 20-year pet is. At this point, you've probably said, this is for me, how do I get started? Or checked out and said, this is way more than I signed up for. If this is for you, I can explain exactly what difficult really means. Maintaining a saltwater reef tank is actually simple and requires minimal effort. 80% of it is just feed the fish, change some water every couple weeks, and clean the glass as needed. The other 20% is a couple of cool filtration and chemistry elements, simple to implement and part of what often gets perfected as you dive deeper. The challenge of reefing is not really any different than any other hobby. It's captured in the difference between acquiring knowledge and the application of knowledge. Take championship barbecue, home brewing, or bass fishing. Acquiring the knowledge to do these things can take many years. Learn, attempt, fail, learn, attempt, succeed, learn, attempt, master. There's no way around it. It takes years to master anything, but some paths are just harder than others. The easiest path is finding someone who's done it before and willing to share a working, easily replicable recipe or technique. In a matter of hours, you can take that knowledge and produce similar results. For instance, you don't have to be a bass master to catch a fish if a guide or a good friend brings you the right spots and shows you the right technique. You'll probably catch 30 fish in the morning and learn the difference between fishing and catching. One is absolutely more fun than the other. In fact, you can probably go back there and replicate those results on your own later. A solid and more importantly fun starting point for a hobby where you can take what you learn and then go find your own spots and learn new techniques. Saltwater aquariums and reefing is no different. Application of knowledge in the actual act of maintaining a tank is what I'd refer to as easy and absolutely requires way less time and effort than most common pets, as long as you find a solid guide. And that's what the 5-minute guide to saltwater aquariums is all about. Let's solve the initial knowledge acquisition challenge in a manner which won't make you a reef master day one, but will provide a solid recipe and technique that will produce a successful tank you can be proud of. The building blocks of a journey to something really amazing. All that in quick, less than 5-minute, direct, succinct, or easy to consume bits. We're going to share this in 2 phases. Phase 1 with episode 1 through 8, which is just the what or basic understanding of what we're doing here with saltwater aquariums and reef tanks. And phase 2, or the how phase, where we set up an actual tank and share the recipe and technique for success. So you can produce a tank that looks like this with your very first try. The next logical question here is, how much does all this cost and is it expensive? The entire saltwater aquarium guide is always available here in this playlist for binge watching, but cost is an important factor, so click here to get the answer.